So here it is, Wednesday, March 10th, 63 degrees, and it's 5:30 in the evening. If you can see over here, well, you can barely see the lights coming on. But we're back out in the field. I picked up a tick yesterday. I picked up a tick. Angel did not, and she was all through the fields and brush like she is right now. So I put her back on flea and tick meds. It's strange because the ticks don't bite. They don't burrow in. They just crawl all over me. Only found one, and I said I didn't break any brush yesterday, but after thinking about it just now, I did walk off the trail. So it's time to put her back on it for the next 6 months. This is March. Yeah, maybe September, October, I'll take her off. We'll see. Then I'll have some left over for next year. And then when I have to see the vet in March of next year for her heartworm again, I'll start to build on my supply of flea and tick meds. But really nice. I know one of our followers, Kathy, was saying you guys are expecting rain out there. We're actually expecting rain tomorrow as well. So I had to do some work on the lights. I put up lights yesterday off the back deck because the ones that were up there were LED. You couldn't change out the lights. It was them or nothing. Angel, come here. So, listen's good, huh? Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Now you want your treat? Okay, let's go. Come on. So, I pulled those out and put in the same style of light, only I can put LED light bulbs in, and the ones I put in they're 1300 lume, which doesn't seem bright, but the K value is 6500, which is a super bright light, so it lights up the deck and surrounding area pretty well. Plus it doesn't have that lag time. With the LEDs I could flip the switch with two because they're connected in series. So, and I'd flip the light on and then a second later they would come on. Now when I replaced the one light and put in a bulb and flipped it on, the other LED came on right away. So it was probably something with them being installed on the same line, which they needed to be, with the two new fixtures. They come on right away, which is what I wanted. Plus now I've got floodlights that put out 7000 K of brightness, and the porch lights put out 6500, so you really can't tell the difference. So I've got 5 floods, put out 7000 K, 5 regular lights, if you include the 3 that are on the what do we call that? The workshop, yes. It's got 3 lights on it, and then the porch has 2, so those put out 6500 K. And then in the front I've got 3 lights, so they put out 6500 K. I just don't know about the lamp post. They're LED, but I don't know what they're rated. So it actually looks like rain coming in tonight. We'll see. Also having an issue, I don't know if it's with the Jeep or if it's moisture coming up through the floor. So we're going to find out tonight. Every morning, I go to move the Jeep, and there's a white powdery substance underneath it, which would either be salt or dried antifreeze. However, if the Jeep was leaking antifreeze, it would puddle. It wouldn't dry out that quick. So I really not losing any antifreeze, but I went out and got some more just to top off the reservoir, because I opened up the cap here in the park and I lost some antifreeze. So instead of putting water in it, you want to do that 50-50 mix. And I mopped up the floor again because I checked it all day yesterday, nothing. And then I got up this morning 4:30 to let Angel out, and I looked under the Jeep, and there's that white powdery substance. So I did some reading, and they said if there's moisture in the concrete, it can work its way to the top, and say if there's salt in the concrete, it'll bring the salt up with it. But like I said, it didn't taste sweet like alcohol or like antifreeze, and it didn't taste too salty. So I'm thinking maybe it's coming out of the concrete, which means I need to have the concrete floor sealed, which I'd planned on doing anyway. Have a company come in, $1,800. They'll rough sand the whole garage floor, and then that takes a whole day. And then they'll come back the next day and they'll do the coating with the little sprinkles. I want to say porcelain. I'm sure that's not it, but and then that'll seal up all the pores on the concrete and seal it. But being that we're on a high water table, I'm thinking that it's coming up through the concrete. However, it's just in one spot, and if it would, in theory, be an antifreeze leak, then it would be coming out of the freeze plugs on the back side of the motor, which you would have to pull the motor to fix. And at that point, it would probably be cheaper to just put a rebuilt in, labor-wise. Because a rebuild, you can get those for $800, and then just pull the motor and pop the new one in, and then you've got like a factory fresh brand new motor. But anyway, this is probably my longest post yet, so 8-minute post. So we'll let you go. See, I get long-winded when it's warm out, and Angel's definitely exploring. She took off like a bat out of hell after she met one of the guys that I used to walk dogs with. She just tore down this trail, and she came running back and in circles. Of course, she hasn't done much today. We went out and picked out a new freezer because ours is full and it's 10 years old, but that way we can have one that just does meats and one we can put vegetables and bread and whatever we want in it. So I was looking at a chest freezer, but there's a problem with that. Gene may fall in and get locked in if there's something on the bottom. Because we're looking at a 15 cubic foot chest freezer, which would definitely hold a human body. And Gene didn't like my comment when I said I could just put you in it and lock it shut. So, plus they're not frost free, where uprights are frost free. The only thing you have to be leery about in the garage is that it doesn't get below freezing in the garage or the workshop, because then it can't drain when it goes into its defrost mode, and your line will get backed up or frozen, and then all the water's in your freezer. So, well, now we're at almost 10 minutes. See, I rambled on for 2. So we'll let you go. We have a nice time. Let us know if it rains there, Kathy. I got your text this morning. And we'll talk to you guys later. Love you all. Stay dry And good luck dealing with Newsom.